Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. You've probably heard us called the people of the book before. You may have even heard me joke that we must be the people of the library because one book could not possibly be enough. But this week, I am profoundly aware of the ways in which we are really a people of reinterpretation. This Shabbat stands in between Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, which we commemorated just a few days ago, and Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, which we will celebrate this coming week, Israeli Memorial Day for fallen soldiers and those who lost their lives in acts of terror, and Israeli Independence Day. These days of mourning and memory, of celebration, remind me how very much we really are a people of reinterpretation. This past Wednesday, we gathered at the Emmanuel Synagogue with members across the greater Hartford Jewish community to read Megillat HaShoah, the scroll of the Holocaust. This is a very new text, in the scheme of Jewish history at least, just over 20 years old. And yet it stands right alongside our ancient Megillot, the scroll of Esther and Ruth, the book of Song of Songs and Kohelet. Megillat HaShoah weaves together the cries of the prophets, the pleas of the psalmists, the words of Torah and our prayers, right alongside the witnessing of survivors of the Holocaust and the memories of those who perished, leaving behind writings and words of their own. This weaving together of old and new, of sacred and sad, sorrowful words, is such a deep reminder of the ways in which our sacred texts can be reinterpreted in so many different ways. As Rav Kook once said, the ways in which the old can be made new and what is made new can be made holy. As we look forward to this coming week with Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, I am again reminded of the ways in which we can make the old new and the new holy. As we mark the transition from Yom HaZikaron to Yom HaAtzmaut, from mourning to celebration, from memory to rejoicing, we will mark that as a community with a concert. And in preparation for that, I have been spending more time with the song Al Kol Eleh. This has always been a beloved song, one that I have loved to sing ever since my Sunday school and USY days. But this year, I read it differently. Naomi Shemer wrote it in 1981, and she wrote it in a very personal context. She wrote it to her sister after the death of her sister's husband. Even then, the words, Al Kol Eleh Shmor Na Li Eli HaTov, over all of this, please God, watch over, guard over it all, al hadvash ve'al ha'oketz, on the honey and the sting, the good and the bad, al hamar ve'hamatok, the bitter and the sweet. Please God, protect it all. These words that were so deeply personal to Naomi Shemer and her sister became also an anthem of sorts for the entire country, and even for Jews across the world. This year, as I sang the words of the second verse, they became caught in my throat as I realized the ways in which they took on a completely new meaning. Shmor Eli al zeh habayit, guard God over this house, over the garden and the wall, from sorrow, from sudden fear, and from war. Shmor al ha-me'at sheyesh li, al ha'or ve'al ha'taf, al ha'pri shelo hivshil od ve'shenesaf. Protect the little that I have, the light and the infants, the fruit not yet ripened, and those which have been picked. As I sang these words, I could not stop images of kibbutzim in the Gaza envelope from rising in my mind. fields left in October of 2023 with fruit and produce ready to be harvested and no one to harvest them because of sorrow and sudden fear and war, and of the people who had such little left and still prayed for it to be guarded. And then I thought of that which had been picked, Shene Esaf, of the volunteers that flooded the region from within the country and outside, the people who came to do the work that still needed to be done, to protect that which needed protecting, to tend to that which needed tending to. This song, which was written 45 years ago, means so much more now. I don't know whether it was a touch of prophecy or a timelessness in Naomi Shemer's music, but this deeply profound and meaningful song, which already wove together words from the Tanakh, words from the Bible, words from the rabbis, into a song that was contemporary and meaningful and personal 45 years ago, now means so much more to us as a people. As we stand in this Shabbat between Yom HaShoah and Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut, I pray for all of us. Ana shmor li al kol ele. Please guard over all of this, the quiet, the tears, and the song. Al kol ele. Let it be protected, God, and blessed. And let all of us remember to be those people of reinterpretation who make what is old new and make what is new holy. Shabbat Shalom.